Hello Aries and welcome to my channel Green Line Goddess Tarot. This is your monthly reading for November. So we are moving from Scorpio season, and the further we go into the month, we move into your fellow fire sign Sagittarius season. So that should be a good energy for you. So we have Queen of Crystals, comfort and prosperity. So the message, the very first words I got for you, Aries, was onwards and upwards. It was like, whoo, this energy just going up and flowing up. There's this very strong flow. So I'm imagining that's when we start getting some of that Sagittarius energy coming through. This little hedgehog, Queen of Crystals, the Queen of Pentacles, she's happy in a little home. She's comfortable, and she's feeling prosperous. She's feeling stable. She's wanting to bring stability into her world. So it's got this sense of feeling perhaps more comfortable with the situation, So let's see, or a person. So let's see what's shifting and changing for you, Aries. Let's see what's shifting and changing. Home might actually be really important. You might just feel like you're a bit more of a homebody. That's something that could come through with it as well. So let's see what is coming in. Maybe that you're making some significant changes around the home. Home could be a focus. We've got 1-7 Mars Leo and Sword 5 Uranus Aquarius reversed. Okay. So here we have the Leo Aquarius opposition, head versus heart. So interestingly, it's almost like there's this something, it feels like there's this energy that is kind of giving you a nudge to step out of that comfort zone a little bit, get yourself into a better position so that you're getting comfortable again. So you get into a more comfortable space again. So that's a bit of a challenge. It's a bit of a challenge. And there could be a little bit of internal conflict that's going on around that. So, yeah, it's interesting. I feel like there's a shifting landscape, especially what's going on inside your internal world versus some of the things that's happening externally in your environment, as well as like friendships and relationships. I feel like you're being very much like working a lot of that stuff out. So let's see what else is coming through for you, Aries. So, Aries, I just wanted to let you know that this reading is for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Always recommend to watch all three of your placements if you know where they are, because it gives you a fuller picture of what's going on for you. It is a more holistic view, and this is a general reading. Aries, just take what feels right, leave the rest. And if it does really resonate, there will be an extended reading, and the link for that will be in the description box below. And that is hosted by my Patreon channel, so you can have a look around. And it's also a great time of year, Aries, to be thinking about what's coming in for 2023. So if you're interested in a personal reading, the link for that is also in the description box below. But you're looking at new options here. Things aren't necessarily clear. You're not sure where you want to put your time, effort, and energy and what you want to work on. So there's a little bit of like, reevaluation perhaps coming through. But we have the High Priestess, okay. The Hanged Man, this is you, the Hanged Man, okay, interesting. The Ten of Pentacles, the Star card, wanting to feel really guided. And we have this Nine of Swords, the Two of Cups. Yeah, something's around a relationship is churning around your mind and mind and mind and mind. It goes on and on and on. Queen of Swords, okay, and the Empress. Okay, you're really clearing something up here within a relationship. So I feel like things have kind of gone into potentially a bit of a weird zone where it's like, where are we at? Where's something at? Because, and this can be any kind of relationship. It could be a best friend. It could be a partner. It could be a work person. But yeah, there's just this sense we're seeing here with the Seven of Cups that something's clouded. The picture's not necessarily clear, and you're wondering whether you're going to be working on it or not. It's crossed by the card of work. So maybe it's like work is getting in the way. Could be around work-life balance, perhaps. Perhaps it's somebody at your work. It could be that it's like just this reevaluation energy of the Seven of Cups, and not really sure of how much emotional work or investment, how is this going to work, quite literally? Is it working, and can I make some different choices? And you're sort of reevaluating this relationship here. So in your conscious mind, you've got the Knight of Pentacles, and it's sort of wondering whether you can trust this relationship or the direction it's going, or trust this person. Perhaps the Knight of Pentacles is very reliable and trustworthy. And it's also somebody that wants to be in your life for a very long time. So it's a very reliable, trustworthy, long-term kind of commitment. So is that something you think this person is going to be or not? There's this big question mark around it. What do you want? That's probably the big question. So this is what this King of Swords is doing, is really working. This is your mind. Again, Aquarius energy here, working it out. How do I approach this? What am I going to choose here? And the King of Swords is actually quite detached. So it may be that there's already this sense of feeling like you're growing apart, or there's a distance perhaps, or something unspoken that can create this sense of there's distance growing between us, or I'm feeling a little bit detached from you, or feel the need to detach from you. This could be even somebody that lives a long way away from you, because this card often means distance. So whether it's quite literally you can live with a person and feel like, where are you? Where did you go? Kind of thing. But this could also be somebody like a long distance relationship for some of you, or somebody that lives in a different country or far away in some way. But either way, this King of Swords is your mind. So it's kind of interesting because your heart is clouded here with the Seven of Cups. This is your emotions, your feelings are not clear, not clouded, so are clouded. So deep down what's happening is your head is trying to work some things out. What's the decision or what's the plan? What's the strategy? What do I do here? So your head's kind of working a lot of stuff out, which is kind of showing me that there is, like a bit of an emotional detachment that's happening here with this, in a way. So in the recent past, we've got this Page of Wands, and this is where somebody's gone out and wanted to explore and discover something new. It's like there's new horizons, there's new territories, there's new people and new things to go out and explore. And somehow that's disrupted the apple cart somehow in this relationship. And maybe this is you, maybe this is the other person, but it's kind of like there's a big wide world out there and there's something new that's come through. So in the near future, we have the High Priestess, because it's interesting. The High Priestess is very much your intuition is going to be by your side. Trust your intuition. But the High Priestess next to the Empress, the High Priestess likes to be somebody's number one. The Empress represents big love as well. So there's still, the Empress can represent mother, so maybe this is about your mother or relationship to mother. Or if you're a mother, it could be relationship to a child. It can be any kind of relationship. There's just this High Priestess energy makes me feel a little bit like, if you're feeling a bit detached from somebody, it feels like there could be a sense of the High Priestess doesn't accept second best. So it's either like comes together and it's like, oh no, you're my number one. You're my number one. You're not accepting second best from me. It's either that. And I do feel like it actually is that. It's very much, or you're wondering whether that's something that's not going to happen and you're going to have to put something on hold. So either way, you are very much having a big think about it. You're the Hanged Man. This is the patience to gain a new perspective. This is potentially look at the situation through this other person's point of view. What is this? Somebody with this Page of Wands wants to go out and explore new things. So it's kind of like they're ready to expand and grow. And this relationship cannot stay the way that it is for whatever reason. So how is it going to evolve and grow? Which way is it going to go here? And so this in itself, the Hanged Man could be enlightening, but it also can be that you're feeling like there's a stagnancy, or that there is something that's, that things, perhaps you need to kind of put something on hold. It very much, maybe you're feeling like you've been put on hold, or that there's some kind of delay, or that while somebody else is out doing this thing over here, it's like, hey, what about me? Perhaps have you forgotten about me energy around. So we have the energy around you is the Ten of Pentacles, and this is why it feels like the Ten of Pentacles is a pretty, this can represent family. But it's also a question of something has kind of, the tens can represent a completion, an ending. It's sort of run its course in a way. There's a part of this relationship has run its course. It's ready to go out and expand into new territories. So are both of you ready to go and expand and grow into that? That's the big question here. So we have the Star card coming in as hopes and fears. The Star card is like, please just guide me. Let me know guide me to the future. Show me some guidance with this. But it's also, the Star card represents the future. So it's kind of wondering about the future of this friendship relationship, where it's going. And the Star card also is about healing, maybe the need for healing, peace, compassion that's coming through. So I feel like you're thinking a lot around this, because here we have the Nine of Swords next to the Two of Cups. There's a relationship here, that this Nine of Swords is about the thoughts going around and around and around and around and around your head. So it's like there's a lot that you're processing about this person and this relationship that's going on around your head. And ultimately, the good news is that we've got the Queen of Swords. She's getting clear. Her head's above these clouds of confusion, uncertainty, fear and doubt. Things aren't clear. We're seeing here that it's clouded in the situation. Feelings are clouded, unsure, not certain how you're feeling or how the other person's feeling. So this is getting very, very clear. This Queen of Swords sees the clarity, sorts out that mind that's going around and around and around. And it's this kind of deep knowing, okay, now I know what I'm thinking, or now I know what the other person is thinking. So the clarity does come through here. You really do get to find out what's going on inside somebody's mind. And this is where the Queen of Swords is communicating that really, really clearly. So either way, the clarity is coming in. And interestingly, we have as the overall energy is the Empress. So here we have Venus, the glyph of Venus. The Empress does represent mother. So it could be around relationship to mother or being a mother, the divine archetype of the mother. So it's also about where you're being emotionally supported. Who's being emotionally supported in the relationship? Is it emotionally nurturing? It can be things like that. But ultimately, the Empress represents fun, pleasure, enjoyment. It represents love, big love. So it could be still saying that there is opportunity for this to kind of, if you both grow in the right direction, or decide to grow together, that there still is this love that's here with the Empress. There still is this love. So I think it's just about getting really clear about what's going on. And if it is meaning, okay, and finding some kind of inner stability with what's the dynamics of this relationship, and getting more comfortable with the situation, with what it's moved into, because it's kind of got a bit out of its comfort zone, then it's going to reestablish a new comfort zone. So what is that going to be? That's the big question here. But it does feel like with the Empress, this feels like there's clarity and there's love here. So that's where I feel like it lands. That's where it's, ending. And so even if this is kind of like saying, well, we can't grow and evolve in the same direction, then it's the big love is still there with the Empress. So maybe you're giving this to yourself, or there's someone else around. So let's see. Let's pull an affirmation card for you, Aries. Let's see. We've got, I now go beyond other people's fears and limitations. It is my mind that creates my experiences. I am unlimited in my own ability to create the good in my life. And that's exactly what that Queen of Swords is doing. She's sorting this out. She's getting really clear inside her head, and the good in her life is this Empress energy. This is me getting really clear to create the good in my life. So she's bringing the good energy, the good vibes of a relationship towards her. And so if a relationship isn't serving, then she's bringing that, she's finding the person that is going to bring those good vibes to her. So let's see, we've got the Moth. Okay. The Moth and the Butterfly. So I always read this as two because for whatever reason, it's just how I read it. Firstly, the butterfly represents transformation, that this relationship is going through a transformation. In fact, both of you within this relationship are transforming. And sometimes, yeah, like I said, we evolve and grow and we get closer, or we evolve and grow and we move apart. So it's just saying that there is an evolution, there's a transformation that's occurring here. But the Moth is saying travel to the light, which is the Star card. Travel to the light. The moths travel up to the light, the stars, which is the guidance. That's your higher self, your spirit giving you the guidance here. Go up there, listen to that. What is it telling you about this? And that's potentially where you can get that higher guidance and then come back down. That's what the Hanged Man's doing. Just, spending a bit of time seeing things from a very different perspective, and it may be that he's going up and connecting to that higher guidance and getting the illumination, the answers, and then bringing it down into your mind here with the Queen of Swords. So that is, that's basically the reading, Aries. Definitely clarity can come through here. It is connecting you to love and abundance, no matter how that's presenting in your life with a particular relationship. Big questioning over a relationship where both of you really need to expand and grow and transform. So therefore the relationship is transforming into something different, and that is moving from one comfort zone into the next. And so we're going to see this sense of perhaps there's a clear conversation, or it gets cleared up. This is how I actually truly feel about you. That's what these three cards in the end, the Queen of Swords, could be saying, and you might really clearly get the message. So we're going to see where this is going after that. And so that's all going to be in the extended reading. I'd love it if you come over. The link is in the description box below. Usually pin the link to the comments as well. And as mentioned, if you're interested in a personal reading, the link for that is in the description box below as well. And please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. Love to read your comments, and take care, Aries.